CreepShow Art is now bad. Look at all of those red numbers. I've not seen this many people unsub from a channel in a very long time. She is so cancelled that when I type her name into the search bar, I can't even find her channel. It's just all exposed videos. But the important question is, how did this happen? And the answer to that is rather surprising, as this entire cancellation of a YouTuber with 500,000 subscribers, for the most part, originated from a Twitter account with less than 700 followers, called DishSoap1234. On June 4th, they tweeted out, "I've seen some people ask about the CreepShow Art lolcow drama. This is a thread. Shannon has been posting on lolcow, a gossip site about influencers, since at least 2018. She was posting anonymously, but admins outed her as punishment for pretending to be her own fans and haters." They then show a post from the admins that say, "As many users in this thread are aware, Shannon's posts on lolcow haven't exactly been subtle. We've decided to compile her post history after she escalated her behavior by sharing her sister's social media in order to deflect criticism towards herself. Beyond that, she has been anonymously promoting her videos and Patreon/YouTube membership to farmers, and making posts about herself to either white knight or insult herself. For many years, we've had a policy to reveal post histories of users who go to great lengths to use lolcow.farm to propel their own online presence. You can read the full post history here." And oh boy, there are a lot of posts. Almost 300 to be exact, dating from the end of 2018 all the way up to as recently as last April. Obviously, with that many posts, I'm not going to read them all out here, but if you want me to make a separate video of me reading them all in the future, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. A lot of the comments she made on this forum were just kind of weird, negative, but strange comments. Not really huge deals, but just kind of weird. Like her saying Edwin's Generations is being fake straight and is actually gay. Not the biggest insult in the world, but definitely some weird speculation and a strange thing to say behind his back considering they're friends. But then we have more malicious messages from CreepShow Art, like when she talked about Hopeless Peaches, someone that she has made very negative videos on in the past. In this post she says, "Hopeless Peaches definitely hits me as someone who just sits on their ass and whines instead of trying to change things. I used to watch some of her vids about a year ago, about her horrible living situation and past things, and every problem seemed to just be, I couldn't be bothered to do something, so now I'm gonna cry about it on YouTube. Like, if it wasn't a big enough issue for you to do shit, then obviously it wasn't a problem for you. You were just blowing it out of proportion now so you can get internet sympathy points. So let me get this straight. This girl goes around befriending YouTubers, rips off their content, says exactly what they say in less interesting ways, and then, after that person puts them on their channel and asks for their followers to follow this clone, she turns into a bitch? What a fucking cow. I want to figure out who else she has done this to, because how she talks, it can't just be Shannon. This is disgusting." Now these messages are kind of ironic, considering that CreepShow Art's main criticism of Hopeless Peaches in her videos about her is that they were friends and Hopeless Peaches talked shit about her behind her back, which is exactly what she's doing to her right here. But admittedly, I have not kept up to date on the Hopeless Peaches stuff when it was all going down, so I thought I'd bring on a certain robot to help explain this a little more.
It's so nice being in a video with someone who's part of the autistic master race. Hey everybody, I'm just a robot. You might know me as the Hopeless Peaches guy. Once lolcow leaked all their messages, I immediately knew it was CreepShow Art, because she was talking negatively about Hopeless Peaches long before Prism8 Luke's video came out. Prism8 Luke's video on Hopeless Peaches was the first one, and CreepShow Art's video only came out a few days afterwards. As far as I'm aware, CreepShow Art wasn't talking negatively about Hopeless Peaches in public, so there's no way this Amy person could have possibly known about this drama beforehand. CreepShow Art claimed that Hopeless Peaches was racist because she had a disagreement with a black person, that she was talking shit behind her back with no evidence. Her Hopeless Peaches video quickly became the 6th most popular video on her channel. I would also like to take the time to dispel a rumor. No, me and Hopeless Peaches are not dating. She lives on the other side of the planet and has a boyfriend. But I can understand why some people might have come to that conclusion. And it's perfectly alright to ask questions about things like this. But no, me and Hopeless Peaches are not an item. But to me, the worst thing she's done to Hopeless Peaches is when she claimed that Hopeless Peaches doxed her by giving out her private phone number to random strangers. She came to this conclusion because Peaches gave them a few Instagram posts that didn't have her phone number in it. She just jumped to that conclusion. Hopeless Peaches emailed CreepShow Art just asking her to take that one part out. By the way, this was in her second Hopeless Peaches video, mind you, not the first one. You can check her pinned comment underneath the video for proof. The pinned comment should have really been an apology, or at least explained that her and Hopeless Peaches were no longer fighting. Thanks for letting me on your channel, Bo Blacks.
No problem, dude. Although I'm pretty disappointed that you and Hopeless Peaches aren't dating. I don't know why he said that. I literally just asked him to explain the situation and he mentioned that. I don't know. Had no idea that was like a frequently asked question, but point is, CreepShow Art is a bully. So how did she respond to all of these claims? Well, as the robot alluded to earlier, she blamed it all on someone she calls Amy. She made a community post that reads out, "This post is going up because I need to talk about this and let you know what's going on. Earlier today I got a message saying I had doxed a relative, that I had been called out for saying certain things about myself and other creators, and more on a hate form, and I was confused because I hadn't done that. I would remember doing that, especially the doxing. That's so firmly against what I stand for, and I don't believe in doing that, even to someone I loathe. However, after being sent screenshots of what I allegedly said about me, myself, my friends, and most importantly my relative, I realized what had happened. A couple years back I made a video about how I'd been stalked for over 8 years by a woman I called Amy. That's not her real name, because I was protecting her identity. I talked in detail about that situation, how it affected me, and what I had to do in that situation to keep myself safe. But I also discussed how Amy and I kind of reconciled at the end of that, and came to an understanding. She even liked the video and supported me making it. We kept in contact over the past couple years, and I thought I kept a good amount of distance between us, never letting her close enough to hurt me again. Apparently, I am really shitty at that. Obviously, I was wrong, but she has gotten back to doing what she has always done, which is try to hurt me, try to turn the people in my life against me, and salivate the idea of me losing everything. She did this for years, even when I didn't have anything, to the point where when I was dating my husband, she sent him text messages telling him I was a horrible person, and he should leave me. She made fake Facebook accounts to tell people about what a horrible person I was, and she spent years fucking with me, non-stop, to the point where I just wanted to end it. I had a sneaking suspicion she had been going back to this earlier this year, when I started receiving more and more images of self-harm and abuse in my inbox, because that was one of the biggest things she would do to me. I didn't want to believe it though, because I am a polarizing creator, and some people on the internet just don't have boundaries. It's why I had to shut down my Instagram, and low-key why I had to shut down Twitter. I've stated publicly and behind the scenes that the amount of harassment I have received has gone down by 100% when I deleted Twitter, and now I know why, because of Amy. When she was harassing me in high school, I would get so many images of self-harm and self-injury that it would cause me to shut down emotionally, and I had confided in her, back when we were friends. That was one of my biggest sore spots. Seeing something like that was just the #1 way to hurt me online. So when it started happening in excess again, I started to think that maybe it was her. Maybe she had gone back to that way of being, but I didn't want to think that, because we had been so good the last time we talked. The last time we emailed, it had been lovely, with her catching me up on my life, and me doing the same back. I didn't know she was going to use everything to paint me as something I am not, and I didn't think I needed to use a VPN so she wouldn't get my IP address. She had shown me pictures of her daughter, and been so supportive of my channel. I thought we were okay, but I was wrong, because she's been posting on certain sites, posing as me, spoofing my IP, doxing my family members, writing things about myself and my friends, sending me death threats from other accounts, making false accounts to spam my comment sections, spamming the comment sections of my friends saying hateful things about me in order to get them to drop me, and just all around doing what she did years ago. That's not it, of course, but the amount of time and energy she has put into this is well beyond what I thought she was capable of, and as far as I can tell, she's been doing this for well over a couple years. That is not to say I haven't messed up, or been rightfully criticized, mind you. I am not blaming her for people being critical of me. I don't know how she did it, I don't know why she did it, but the moment my relative was brought up out of the blue, I knew it was her. She has literally always been obsessed with my relative, to the point of constantly bringing them up in our conversations, asking me about them, and using them to hurt me even in high school. So I am sending out a cease and desist, and if it comes to it, I will be filing a full restraining order. I don't want to have to do that, because she has a daughter, and this will go on her record, which will keep her from being able to get a job and providing for that child. And I keep going in circles in my head about this, because I don't know what's right in this situation. But I also don't want this to continue. I just want this to be done. All I have ever wanted was for this to be done, and it's getting to the point where I have to protect myself and my family. I just wanted to update you guys, because there is that narrative floating around now that I said terrible things about myself. myself, and doxed a relative of mine online, and it's not fucking true. All I can say is that it's not fucking true. I completely understand if no one believes me. I understand if I lose friends over this, but the fact that it's been over 10 years of this shit is exhausting. The fact that 2 fucking years ago I made a video about this exact thing happening, about this person doing this to me, going to these extremes, hopefully says a lot. This has been going on for nearly half of my fucking life, and I am tired of it. I'm going to be keeping the rest of this offline, where it belongs. So if you have questions, I'm sorry. I'm not answering them. But I wanted to address it. Again, I talked about this 2 fucking years ago, only to have her go around and do this shit again. I am learning every day how much time she dedicated to harassing me, and it goes deeper than I ever thought. So that is CreepShow Art's explanation for the 300 lolcow messages that come from her IP, but as you witnessed earlier with Just a Robot, a lot of people aren't buying this explanation. The YouTuber Omnia tweets out, okay, might be a controversial take, but I'm confident in this. CreepShow Art never had a stalker. Amy is supposed to be a play on the name Emily. Shannon stalked, harassed, and basically terrorized Enemy Artful for over 8 years, then flipped the narrative. She made her I was stalked for 8+ years storytime about the things that she did to Emily, and used that to gain sympathy as well as an easy scapegoat to all of the things she did on lolcow. Everything lines up a little too closely. I'm high-key shocked right now, awaiting Emily's video. Speaking of Emily Artful's video, the creation of it spawned from this tweet she made on June 8th, where she says, "This needs to be said. This woman has tormented me for years and years. I know her because her ex-boyfriend dated her after me. I moved on, but she/they continue to harass and stalk me. I am currently shaking and crying because CreepShow Art is finally being exposed for the absolute terrible person she is. I have known Shannon for many years, even years before she started her YouTube channel. She has copied, stalked, harassed, and threatened me in my children's lives. She has used revenge porn against me, tried to use my drug addiction against me. She has literally gotten me fired from multiple jobs, causing me to be homeless. This person has pushed me to the brink of suicide multiple times, and then tried to blame it on a mutual friend when I finally caught her red-handed by tracing her IP. Shannon, you are Amy. All the things you claimed Amy did to you are the things you did to me. Receipts to come. I've got years worth of them. The fact that she's saying her stalker did all of this to frame her is fucking hilarious, because she has literally been making fake Enemy Artful accounts all over the internet for years to try and cancel me over the most random shit. What's even more fucked up is she'd fabricate this drama and then make sock puppet accounts posing as a viewer concerned, and then would send me screenshots that she took. When she first started out doing YouTube, she would deliberately copy my thumbnails or titles, then message me under a sock puppet account saying, "Oh my god, CreepShow Art is copying you," egging me on to attack her. But guess what? I never did. I very politely asked her to maybe change her title, but also said it's her channel and she can do whatever she wants with it. She was very nice in response and agreed to change it. Mind you, I still had no idea who she was at this point. Then I guess she went to lolcow to claim that Enemy Artful is bullying small creators, with zero proof because, as I said, I was very polite. Then she screenshotted that post and sent it to me under another sock puppet. I didn't put 2 and 2 together for a long time. A couple days later, she then makes a video explaining all of this way more in depth. If you want to check it out, I will leave the link to it in the description below. But now we finally got the general gist of what's going on with CreepShow Art. Definitely a huge rabbit hole of a situation, but hopefully my explanation was good enough to show you why exactly CreepShow Art is getting cancelled. And in my next video, I'm going to be showing the Twitter reactions and memes to this cancellation. So if you don't want to miss that, be sure to subscribe with notifications on. Thank you so much to my channel members for supporting the channel, in particular Scrubby, who has donated $100 a month. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.